Throughout time and history, heroes have risen. They've given their hearts for humanity. For their given time and place when mankind needed them most, they served. Many heroes have risen lately. Heroes of cringe. These are their stories.
I am the master of the
Cringe.
Remember this fucking face. Wherever you see
Cringe.
you'll see this fucking face. I make that shit work. No one rules
Cringe.
it like me. Not this little fuck. None of you little fucks out there. I am the
Cringe.
command. Oh, you little fuck. And I rub my nose.
My nomination for Cringe Commander has to go to the Word Chewing Cringe QWEENS that have invaded my feed this past year. I know they've been around for years, but only in the past 12 months or so I've stumbled onto so many of them. I mean...
And some guys just got everything sucks.
Stop saying ha ha.
Hello? Do I have NASCAR in the...
But I'm getting ahead of myself. What is a word chewer? Well, I would define a word chewer as a person, typically a TikToker, who performs lip syncs or an otherwise performative solo skit in an allegedly ironic exaggeration, to the point that it appears as though that they are chewing their words. If you still need help figuring this out, think Destiny, the political streamer.
To Congress or to your state or local governments for how you want these types of things negotiated.
Destiny truly is the anointed king of the word chewers. I digress. I know this nomination is broad. The benefit of this is that you've likely seen one or more of these broads in your feed. So I've selected a few of the most prevalent to examine. Let's meet our contestants. Let's start our list with Raya786. I've been seeing this video every few days, and there's a good chance you have too. I do appreciate that Raya is spelled as if she's yelling it. Raya instead of Raya. Now, I've been trying to determine whether or not she counts as cringe, because she does seem to be leaning into it. And by it, I do mean I suspect that she has Marfan's syndrome, a fairly debilitating condition that explains most of her features. Her tall, slender figure, her long fingers, her extended gape. Well, I've determined that she's not cringe, because this Russian redhead's main goal is to
blow up and then act like I don't know nobody.
No, not that. Make her break into the horror industry, as evidenced by her horror cosplay, responses to fans, indicating that she is interested in becoming an actor specifically in the horror industry. And her TikTok comment sections typically look like this. I gotta say, I expected cringe, and instead I found a woman overcoming obstacles and forging her future. She's leaning into it, and I gotta say it works for her. I'd give her out of 10. Moving on to a decidedly more cringe subject. I should start this next section by saying I genuinely thought that Bella Porch and Chooch Caboose were the same person. Like, before I saw these two side by side, I couldn't tell that they were two different people. But without the side by side, I can't tell that they're different people. Which explains why Chooch Caboose keeps trying to challenge the wildly successful Bella to face challenges. If you don't know what a face challenge is, you can pick up your I'm a normal functioning human being certificate on the window to your left on your way out. Cooch really highlights why this genre is even popular. This is all about, do you want to bang this bitch? That's the main reason anyone watches these videos. But Lord Edgington, you watch these videos. Yes, ironically. If you want to take a hit of this copium pen, it's right here. It's pretty good shit. Cooch Caboose clearly wants to have the TikTok fame of Bella Porch, which is why she keeps sending her all these challenges to attempt to leech off of Bella's success until it happens for Cooch. So let's just move on. Our final cringe queen is Mini Naranja. Naranja instead of Naranja because she's a Latina. She's the largest of the three we've discussed so far, and the supreme cringe queen in my opinion. She really leans on the quirky millennial cringe as her crutch. Observe.
chupeta. Tenta pôr a orelha, mas vem sem fazer careta.
Yeah, hard to watch, but it gets worse. Because Naranha decided that she was famous enough to leverage her following for a live performance. Now, I can't find any more camera angles than this, but based off of the angle not showing a massive crowd, the lack of K-pop level applause during her performance, and the fact that she hasn't scheduled another live performance months later, I think I can safely assume that she didn't get the Beatles or Michael Jackson level reaction that she expected. So instead, she languishes in merely TikTok famous purgatory to cringe another day. When I say she leans on millennial cringe, I mean it. She's 33. She may look like a 17-year-old, but her eggs are, in fact, rapidly expiring. Something, get a real job, lady that does next to nothing and yet makes way more money than me. Bitch looks like she unironically says, "La epic doggo for the win." Now, millennial cringe is its own subgenre of cringe. And within the genre of word chewing, she is the queen. So she truly is the millennial word chewing queen. Now let's break this down. Why do people watch word chewers? Well, like people that have a fetish for amputation, I'm stumped. Yet, just like people that have a fetish for violence, I can take a stab at it. I do think that a solid portion of men are watching for gooning reasons, while women that watch are watching because they want to envision themselves in her shoes. I think this explains the follower difference between Cooch and Minnie. Cooch is Gen Z, while Minnie is a millennial. Gen Z is still firmly in the phase of hoping to change the world for the better, while millennials have surrendered to the suck of the world. The suck of the world is almost as good as your mom's suck, but I digress. As a result of this, Minnie will likely comfortably be able to pay her bills this way indefinitely, while Cooch should perhaps consider a career change, or at least a content change. Cooch does love Jesus, so maybe that? The grifter pipeline is forever thirsty for new right-wing creators. Thanks for watching. I'm Lord Edgington of Goonsberry. If you haven't already, consider liking and subscribing. If you're unsure if one good video does not a good YouTuber make, watch something else on my channel. Maybe one that I pinned in the comments. But until then, peace, my friends. Okay, I'm going to try to start doing outros. She cringe on my outro until I Naranha. Best I can do, first try.